Absolutely,
It's,
we are on. We are on. Keep going.
it's public holiday today, so we kind of forgot, really, didn't we?
A little bit, Tonya. Like and look. Let's be fair. Let's be nothing else but fair. I messaged you. Are we going to go on today? It's a public holiday, and then you got a new computer and you couldn't reply in time. Voila! Here we are.
Yes. So here we
For
are. We went, you know what? We'll just do a bit of a live show here, even if we do half an hour, see who's on. Everyone might be busy being a public holiday. Like, who
exactly.
knows?
Let's talk
You
about the
know?
Queen, Ton. We're
Yeah.
here. We're having a day off because the Queen has passed away, and what a legend. A lot of people have different thoughts. They have mixed thoughts. Some are good, some are bad, some are
Yeah.
indifferent, as well. I'd be interested, Tonya. Maybe there's only you and I only on this feed today, but let's just have a chat. Shelby, no stress,
Shelby's
guys.
on.
Shelby's here. Shelbs, I want to know as a youngster as well. Let's talk about the Queen and our thoughts. Did she leave a legacy? What did you think of her? And whilst you're doing that, I'm just trying to do Spotify on my phone so I can put it out to the clinic speaker. So just keep on chatting away.
Well, I think, like, as a horse rider, I was so inspired that she was riding her horses right up till, nearly pretty much when she passed, even, like, or not that long prior. So to me, being a woman and holding that command for so many years, I just think, wow, like, what an inspiration. So yeah, and I think everyone was moved to tears with the corgis and the horse.
Yep.
For
Yeah,
the,
yeah. Did you
I'll
watch
be
it all,
honest, I
Tom?
haven't. No, I haven't watched. I really haven't. I'm not a big. I don't watch mainstream telly a lot, so I haven't actually seen much, to be honest.
Okay. That's
And I
interesting.
don't, and
Kylie's on
that's
board.
saying
Jen's
something
on
because
board.
it's been on every channel like every day, hasn't it?
It has. It really has. Look, there's a few of you on board. Let's talk Queen. Let's talk everything Queen.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just having a look at my screen. If you want a pillow, which is just over there,
Oh
fantastic.
yes.
Fantastic if you snore or if you wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning, you've got upper back pain or maybe neck pain or suffer from headaches. I'd recommend one of these pillows. My other
Does it
favorite is
feel
the
like a
knuckle,
log? Does it
like a
feel like a
log,
log
a
under your
log.
head?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, once you get used to it, it puts a curvature back into your cervical spine, and that's what you want. A lot of people go too forward, so they don't come back enough. Cuts off their
Yeah.
airways. Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's go. Shelby's a youngster. She's great to have you on board, Shelbs. I used to love the Queen. Like I was obsessed. Really, Shelby was Shelby obsessed by the
Yeah, she
Queen?
was.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that, Shelbs. This is interesting because there are people, and she's the younger generation, that absolutely love the Queen. Like my
Yeah.
auntie loved the Queen. I had no idea. Anyhow, let's get on to Shelbs. This is more important. But over the years, I kind of lost that love because of all the scandal with the royal family. Yeah, I know. When it's like the royal family shouldn't be problematic. I get it, Shelbs, but you know what I'm thinking, Shelbs, and the rest of you guys. It just goes to demonstrate that there's no such thing as a normal functioning family. And you'd think the
Yeah.
royals wouldn't. Now, seriously, Tony, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
And everybody
Mm.
else, don't you reckon? Like we looked at the royal family as being a normal family, and then Shelby goes, I don't like how she handled the Prince Andrew thing. You are a fan, Shelbs. You're a nerd. Because when you got an opinion about somebody else's family, you're invested. I don't like how she handled Prince Andrew and how she never acknowledged her colonization. Oh, okay. Well, look, I think it's because the media these days. Yeah, it is. Kylie goes, we will rock you."
Kylie's
Yeah,
got the right queen.
not that Queen, not that Queen, but I like where you're coming from.
I like it too.
Yeah. Jen's on board from Tassie. Tasha's on board. What do
And
you?
Tran.
Okay, let's talk about if the Queen has passed, and it's stopped at the globe, or let's say three-quarters of the
Mm.
globe to pay attention to take days off to celebrate the life of the Queen. What was the impact on you guys? For me personally, with the Queen, I wasn't at the same level as Shelby. Let's just put it that way. I was maybe at the same level as Kylie.
That's
I
funny.
thought, she was. I always felt sorry for the Queen. I'll be honest with you, Tonya.
Mm.
I I felt like she just was in the public spotlight all the time, and she always had to be on show. She always had to look gorgeous and glamorous and act prim and proper. Not once could she just wear tracksuit pants and tell somebody to go fuck themselves because she was the Queen. She was just too polite. She was just always on show. And I would have liked to have seen her in trackies, is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a tough one. What else we got? Jen's got
Yeah,
one
no, I
again.
love Sam's on board, and Lorinda's here briefly getting herself and kids out. Jen's also put she's, I feel that the general public seem to forget is that they're human.
Yep. I'm with Jen on that one.
Yeah, and it's the more relatable people are, the more connected. Jen's, but she probably did behind closed doors, Tony. She'd be like, God damn it, I don't want to have to do that, for God's sake.
Do you reckon her and the Dalai Lama would have got together and just had like a real bitch session together?
Oh, that's so funny.
You'd pay to see that.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, Lorinda's put here, she did an amazing job, especially going so long. I could never do her job. Beautiful woman. Yeah, it's a pretty incredible role, wasn't it? And to do it for that many years. I love all the memes out at the moment that Charles is a 73-year-old with got his first job.
That's brilliant.
You gotta laugh, don't you?
Yeah, the memes are quite funny, aren't they? You do have to. And I like what Lorinda said here, because she just shares. She did such an amazing job, going so long. Who works up until 90 odd years old of age, and only gets sacked because she passes away. It's not like she goes, might retire now. It's like, no, you're doing this forever.
Exactly. Shelby's got was it Queen Anne should be better as the next queen than Charles. And Emma agrees. I love Emma's. Princess Anne would have been better as the next queen. Hey everybody, can you work out for me?
Yes, Tonia wants. We're just on a live show. The level of professionalism that I have has just gone through the roof. I know.
I love it.
I just had to move into this room. So yeah, let's get back on to what were the two bits here? Let's go, Tom.
So Emma's put, she agrees Princess Anne should have been better as the next queen than Charles as king.
Oh, I see. It gets political now, doesn't it?
That's so cool.
Tash,
Princess Anne refused. I don't remember Princess Anne refusing to handshake Gump. Gump. It's my favourite thing. I love Treen's here. She was 96, probably had enough of all the shit. Passing on was her way of saying you can all go and get stuffed. Yeah,
exactly.
Andrew said he's like, she won't get to have a letter from herself. She didn't quite make 100.
That's true. That would have been quite funny, actually. That's pass that one on to Andrew. That's gold.
Kylie's got a great one here too. And we'll not see a woman in that position for a long time now. She did a fantastic job for women, changing the rule of who can be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's we've got comedy gold here. But yeah, I agree, Kylie. Like, that's not going to happen again in our lifetime, is it? Really, when you look at it.
No way. No, because then after good old King Charles, it's one of the boys that take over, isn't it? One of his sons.
I think, yeah. Well, it'll be, yeah. Or is it the grandson?
I don't know. It's so many. Who is it? Is it William
Shelby
or Harry? Yeah, Shelby will get onto it. But I like what Kylie says. Like, being a female, what kind of role model was the Queen like, as in a woman in power and leadership? Was that quite significant for you girls out there?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. I think regardless of whether you liked her or not. And, I think that what she represented from the level of being a female. In fact, she didn't hand it over to Charles, was interesting.
Yeah. She's a good mom, I tell you what.
That's right. It's like, I won't hand it to him,
Yeah. I'd be interested from other women as well to see what that makes. Kylie's brought that point up in that sense where it is, and I haven't really thought about it from that point of view, because I've just grown up. I don't know about you guys. I've just grown up grown up knowing the Queen was the Queen. There wasn't any king. There wasn't any comparison. We were only, since the day I was born, she was around.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
I love Emma's comment. He can't even handle the leaking fountain pen.
It's not easy, I tell you what. A corgi had to die for that one there, Emma, to let me know. Charles would not handle that too well. He would have blamed somebody.
Jen's put in here, Princess Charlotte, just wait.
Yeah, it will come out. It will, Jen. It is quite interesting. So you guys have everybody's got the day off. Just want to know, like, what is going to happen with your day off here? We're still at work at the human repair shop. I don't know. We had clients booked in, so we said let's come in and
I was
do
the
that
same. I've got bookings, and it's another day for me.
Yep.
Sam's put in here, Shelby, I'm not feeling the king. Didn't realize how much I liked having a queen. She was great for women. I agree, Sam. Like, it wasn't like until she's passed. It's like, wow, like, you probably didn't realize the magnitude of the influence she had being a woman, in that power, in that position of power, which is pretty, incredible for that amount of time, especially.
Yep. Yeah, and she was a woman who had very strong boundaries, which was a great thing as well. She tolerated a few things, but not many, and she was quite strong on her views and her ethics as well, and putting them across to others. And I think that was a good thing from a woman in leadership as well, that she would stand up for what she believed was true and would say it how it is. And I believe she fought a good argument as well over things like that.
To hold that position as she did, like, for so long, it's a pretty crazy, like, role, like somebody else mentioned earlier. Like, that's a pretty big thing. I love Treen's comment too. One of her residents at the elderly people's home is 100 today. I wonder who her letter will be from. It'll be all king now, won't it? Like, it's God Save the King now. It seems weird to say that. Like,
Katrina, look, do her a favor, forge a letter and just say it's from the Queen. Just sometimes you got to do it. Parents do it. They lie about Santa Claus being real. Might have to do the same just to make her day. It'll be so disappointing. She'd be looking forward to this. How many, Katrina, you need to have a chat to say, how many people in that position that have just turned 100 that are going to miss out on that letter? Like, man, that's a badge of honor. It has to be replaced. You have a chat to her. She's going to need some counseling. I'm not the person for it, I'll tell you
that. And Lloyd's on board. Hello, guys. Can't say I'm going to get up early. Just wanted to say hello. Hey, Lloyd.
Hey, Lloyd. How are you, mate?
Lloyd sent a message. I will respond, Lloyd, for him and Kathy making a decision on where they're moving to, which is interesting. Woohoo.
Yeah. Kylie, I know. Santa. We'll have a chat offline, but there are a couple of things I need to let you know, Kylie, about Santa Claus.
What?
I don't
Santa
want to
Claus is fake.
Yeah.
Sean's on board.
Look, no, he exists, all right. He does. It's a long story, kids. Let's not dig that hole anymore.
It's public holidays, heaps of kids on board. What? Tony said.
I know. Kids,
I love it.
Tony guy's crazy. Just remember that, kids. Crazy is what he is. Yes. Change. Let's go into a segue into talk about oranges or something like that now.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see with a letter. Like, would she have done a few ahead of time? Probably not.
No, because that's shit, Tonia. What happens if you're 99 years old, 11 months and 12 days, right? Or 28 days, right? In a 30-day month. Yeah. And you kick the bucket and you don't make it, right? And a letter gets sent out to you, congratulations for hitting 100, but you're dead. And your family have to pick it up and go, oh, she didn't quite make it.
I've got a really bad sense of humor.
Just a little bit, Sean. Let's go. Nice segue. Let's go into that. I'll let you start off with that.
Oh,
Go
I
on.
love it. Let's talk about blasphemy. I don't even know how to pronounce that word, Sean. Blasphemy. Come on, Tony,
yes,
can you pronounce that word?
blasphemy. Of course, I get reminded all the time not to talk about blasphemy.
We can't even speak it.
No,
Tracy's got a good one here, Tony, I reckon.
go on.
When it was grade 1 or 2, I made a birthday card for the Queen and addressed it to the Queen, Buckingham Palace. My sister laughed at me. About 6 months later, I received a letter back. It had the official seal, and I was very chuffed. I do not know where it is now, as a lot of paperwork went missing when Mum left my dad. That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
wow. What did it say in the letter, Tracy? That's amazing.
It is interesting, isn't it, to see what
She can't answer me,
came
can
back.
she? Tracy, why can't you answer me? That is so cool that she did that. It's very cute that you did that too, Tracy. I think it's
Yeah,
very
it
cute.
is. Absolutely. Kylie, when is the body repair shop expand to Victoria in great need of a one-stop shop? Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes,
It's
I think
human
so.
repair shop, Kylie, just for the correction there. But I like the question. It is a good question. Look, let's try to get one shop going first, Kylie, and then we'll talk about another after that. We've got to.
I can't wait to come up next month. Exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. There's been some really good interest around your show coming up. A lot of people excited about it. So if you don't know, Tonia Reeves is doing a mediumship show up here at the Human Repair Shop in Randwick, Sydney, which will be fantastic. And it's going to be a really cool group. So we're going to limit the numbers to only about 25 people. So it'll be close, it'll be intimate, it will be great. And it will just be a night of where you get to connect with ones that have passed away, which is really, really nice. I'm really excited about it. All is excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's everybody I've mentioned to it. It's really funny, Tonia. I don't know about you, but this is the response. Like, when you say something to go, oh, like, it's so and so's birthday. Oh, wow, that's really amazing. But when I go, oh, I've got Tonia Reeves, a good friend of mine, coming up and doing a mediumship show, and the response always is like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Or every time it's guaranteed that response. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of, how does that work?
Yeah, it's almost like I've made a chocolate cake and you can have the whole lot. And they go, ooh, the whole lot. Okay.
Yeah. What does that entail?
Yeah. Mediumship show. Yeah, you've got to say it slowly, Jen, because mediumship show can come out another way as well.
Can it?
Oh, yeah, it can. Yep.
Oh, shit show.
And it's
well, it could, that could be part of the branding. That could be part of the promotion. Medium shit show.
But it's not. It wouldn't be medium, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, we're bad. We're bad.
I know.
Today it's like it's a public holiday, so we just want to laugh at inappropriate things.
I know it is. Are you working today, Sam? Oh, geez, that's no good. But you'd be great. Look, it's only up at Sydney. Just jump on a train. It'll be cheaper to do that because it's too expensive to fly.
Train to get from Melbourne to Sydney?
I reckon it'll be about 10 to 13 hours. I'm guessing. I'm really guessing there because I reckon there'll be quite a few stops or whatever, maybe 7 hours. I honestly, let's just be honest. I don't know. Anybody done it? Anybody?
Kylie, at least it wouldn't be a large shit show.
Correct. That is absolutely correct. Oh, okay. You mean not today, but yeah. When Tonia is in Sydney, no, it will be good. Tony, I need your counselling. I fly up to Sydney just for you. Yeah, absolutely. You need Shelbs. You do need counselling if you're going to come to Sydney. I need counselling off you, Shelby. That's what I would need. You're a very clever cookie there. So I'd take your words of wisdom on board with both hands. You're a genius. I'll tell you that much, and a heart of gold as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, here Tracy's response. It was written by one of her ladies in waiting and said the Queen thanks me and that wished me well for the future. Can't remember exactly. It's so long ago. In return, she has given me a day off for my birthday today. Happy birthday, Tracy.
Is that what a way to segue into say it's your birthday, Tracy. Clever.
I love it.
Clever. Happy birthday, mate. I hope you have a good one. What do you got planned for today, Tracy? Well, what are some of the crazy shenanigans that you'll get up? The whole nation's having a day off for you. Most of the world's having a day off for you, Trace, as you said.
How exciting.
It is very exciting.
Everyone's getting counselling off you, Tony.
I need counselling.
Shelby's in. Tash is in.
This is what I'm going to say to all of you from a counselling. You're all beautiful. Don't overthink about it. Just back yourself, and you know what? We're all here designed to make mistakes. We're created perfectly imperfect, and whatever you're doing is 100% perfectly good and normal. And as long as you've got the right intention, life is good. And there you go. That's our counselling session today. A lot of love for ourselves. You always got to remind to give ourselves enough love.
Absolutely. Wendy's put in. Hi, Wendy. Wendy's an awesome soul. I bought one of my horses I got off Wendy's, the most beautiful horse.
Oh, yeah.
11 to 12 hours by train, Melbourne to Sydney. So,
wow.
I'd never even thought of train. That's crazy.
Yep, it is. Yep. 11 to 12. Thanks for that, Wendy. That's really cool. And Jen sends out a big happy birthday to Tracy as well. Lorinda's got to go. Thanks for the laugh, guys, but got a busy move. Oh, you got to move. You're moving. You're busy, and you got to move. Lorinda, I'm just trying to. It is. Look, hey, thanks for jumping on board, Lorinda. It was really good to have you on board. Absolutely, and hopefully you're back next week or whatever Thursday suits you, Lorinda.
Yeah.
Peter, good to see you, brother. What are things happening in your world? I'm taking a big guess here, Pete. You've got to have the day off today. You're in public service, so can't see you guys working unless you are. How are your studies going as well, Pete? We'll be excited to know. When's the next session, Tash? Well, this could be one right now, Tash. You never know. There's just got read between the lines. I don't know, but there'll be some more words of, I wouldn't call them wisdom, just words that I'll share with you later.
Absolutely.
Bust a move. That's what it was. Yeah. Sorry, Leonard. I couldn't read that one. Let's go. Shelby's got some.
Oh, yes. She recently had a memory come to light that's affected her a lot. So she didn't even know that it had happened until the other day. So she's had some stuff come up from her past. It's a little bit confronting.
Yep.
That happened 3 years ago, and she's just dealing with how to process it right now. So, yeah, she's just taking some time out to process that. And, so that's what I said to Shelb. It's about being kind to yourself and giving yourself time when, stuff comes up from your past that you need to work on.
Mm-hmm. I think that's amazing that Shelby's doing that, and that's the great thing about it, Tonia, too. When you process, I think that the art of processing something is very healthy and something that we do throughout our whole lives. We process things. That means we reflect, we look back of what it was, and we're trying to make meaning out of it. And I think what you've got to do is, the best thing to do, Shelves, is do it as an observer, which means you remove all the emotional stuff around it. And when you process, you go, what were the nuts and bolts that got me to that outcome? Or what was going on? And do it as if you're the person that's not actually involved in that when you process. And then you almost go, oh, if I was that person in that situation, I might have done this different, or I might have done that different. And then you go, if I was going to go down the silly path of what was I supposed to learn from that, for whatever reason, what would that person have? And then take it sort of like a really non-objective sort of view of it, which is really hard, because the other thing in processing, you can turn it into an emotional roller coaster that does not serve a purpose, where you're going, why did this happen to me? Why did they make me feel like that? Why? Then you go down this because don't forget, the brain itself is always going to look towards the drama side, the negative sides, the threats and things like that. That's how it's driven. So it's easy to attach onto that stuff, opposed to looking, oh, what were the lessons learned? How could I get better from that? Or was it just something that I was just part of a process? I don't know. So yeah, it's having that little tug of war that you can do. But I love where you're going with that one, Shelb. So just write things out or verbalize it one way or another. But yeah, I love what you're doing. I like that you're doing that, because the other thing, Shelbs, you could suppress it and just ignore it and not deal with it whatsoever. So I'm really proud of you for giving it a go and actually confronting it and having a look at it for what it is. And good luck with that one. I think you do well.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. That's great advice. I think that will Shelby will be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Pete's working at Vic Pole and donating his time today, apparently.
Apparently, Pete, yeah. Apparently you are. Did you have much choice in that one, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we demand that you actually volunteer a day, and it's it's not negotiable, is what Peter was told. Which is great.
The Tracy's popped up here. It was night shift, so managed to get off at 12. Yay. Day of R&R, maybe cut some wood, work in paddocks and horses, having a celebration tomorrow with sister, mum, my son, and my eldest girlfriend. A spa and maybe a drink or two this evening. Sounds like the way to go, Tracy.
Well
Have
done,
a wonderful
Trace.
birthday. That's so cool.
Happy birthday, mate. Sounds perfect. I'm going to shoot off for a second, Tonia. I'll be back. You just entertain. Just do
No worries. Pete's put a big no. And Sam, love your support for Shelby. You know, you're ready to handle it, Shelby. So, Shelby, you've got so much support here on the feed. And I know we've all been, you know, invested in many of you that have shared, even Tash, and you know, we're all here to support each other. So just know, Shelbs, I think Tony's given some great, you know, great insight as well, and take on board what feels right for you. And you know, and like you've popped in here, everyone's journey is different, but I wish there was a checklist. Yeah, absolutely. It would be easy if it was just a checklist. We can just go, yep, this, and this. But you know, everyone's, I suppose, experiences are unique. And the main thing is that you know that you know, you've got the support. And I think you know, when you share things like that, it helps others to be able to share. And Carly's put in here, reach out, Shelbs, if you need. Carly's pretty understanding of this kind of thing. And that's why I think it's great. You know, the more we share and be open with our experiences, the more we, you know, we can help each other and know, you know, that we've got that support. Pete's finished study. Oh, well done, Pete. We'll bring that up when Tony comes back, because he'll feel like he's missed out otherwise if he doesn't get to read that one out. Jen's popped in here on the midst of doing another course which has the emotional code processing. It's awesome. Destroys blocked energy, etc. Have been listening to HZ frequencies. Shelby, this may be helpful for you. There are all different ones for different things. That sounds wonderful, Jen. Sounds really wonderful. So it's cool. And Treen's popped up. Shelby, we're all here for you. Yay. We've got many on the feed here today that are prepared to, you know, step up and offer support. Yeah, and well done, Pete, for finishing. That is so cool. You really committed to that. Sam's popped in here. Totally resonate with Shelbs. Have had many similar feelings and experiences as well. So thanks, Sam, for sharing, because, you know, I think sharing is caring. Now, Tony, Peter's got a great point here that
Finished study 2, graduated ceremony next month at
we're
Monash
going to read it out when you're back.
Congratulations, Pete. Well done. I'm really excited for you, Pete. So congratulations, because I understand, Peter, correct me if I'm wrong, you did a correspondence, so you did it via correspondence online, which is not a very easy thing to do, but even face-to-face is really hard. So congrats on your graduation. So I suppose, what next now, Peter? Do you transition to something else, another career, or do you slowly slide into another career? Because I know it's around mental health and it's around counselling and things of this nature, which is quite exciting. I think with the experience of the work that you do currently, the people that you deal with, you're gonna really see different views of life from so many different filters that you've been presented through your work, and I think it's going to make you a fantastic counsellor in that arena. But that's just me giving my 2 cents. Kyla will have a better thing. She's excited for you. Congrats.
Yeah, Shelby's pop what course did Pete do? Here, if you need to talk, Shelby, that's Tash. Thanks, Tash.
Oh.
You know, you've been through so much too. Tash, how's the relationship going too? We haven't had a check-in for you. I hope it's going well with all that you've been through in the last, you know, couple of months. Yeah, I'd love to hear how it's going, because we haven't had a check-in with Tash for a while.
Yep, absolutely. Tash, we need more romance. We need something blossoming here. I mean, like, Tonia's in her relationship with Andrew for how long now?
Oh God, what, 14 years, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, you
15
say
maybe.
that with a lot of
God,
lust in
I'm
your
like,
eyes,
hang
Tonia.
on. What are we now? 15 years.
15 years. Oh,
Time
congrats. That's really
goes.
cool.
Like, I can't believe it's flown.
Yep. Absolutely. Look at all the support you're getting here, Shelves. There's a lot of people reaching out and saying if you want to chat, which is always great. It's really nice to bounce ideas off. Um,
Peter's put looking at retiring soon, so option of transitioning into the mental health field. Love it,
nice.
Pete. What an asset you would be for that.
Absolutely. Pete, I wonder, would you work with teenagers, with your general public, or is there a field that you're more drawn to work with? Or would it be the general public itself? I'm using my psychic intuition right now, Peter, of where I see you. Okay. But I understand this, Pete. I have no psychic ability whatsoever.
Rubbish, you do. We all know that you do. You just pretend that you don't.
Do not. Do not. See, I knew you were going to say that. That's how psychic I am.
Hmm.
Here you go. Jen's got this. I've been running DNA reset and anxiety one. Oh, tell me more about this, Jen.
Been
Do you
running
know much about
DNA
that?
reset. No, I don't. This must be the healing modality that she's been studying. And anxiety one, money for my boys. My body is healing.
Yep. I like the end bit, Jen, because your body's healing and it's working. I really like that a lot. Oh no, Shelves. Did you know your daughter's on Tinder? I'm on
Yeah.
Tinder. That's my romance. Go to pick up lines. Are you an Ibis? Because I've been chicking you out lately. That is Shelves. That is quite funny. I like that one. I think that would work as a pickup line. And Tinder, geez, Tinder is just, what can I say? Shelves, I haven't been on Tinder since 5-6 years ago, I'm guessing. And it was terrible back then, Shelves. It was soul destroying. It was the place where you'd go and just get rejected after time. But you had live updates of getting rejected. And then the other thing too, Shelves, this thing called ghosting only came about with online dating. It's a terrible term where somebody ignores you. Good luck with it. Shelves, keep us updated on how it goes.
I love Sam's comment. Tony, I thought you'd finally got truthful with yourself when you were like, I'm not psychic.
Yep, that's true, Sam. Absolutely, I did. Here you go. Jen's got up here. Happy to run. Okay, go.
So hertz frequency. I tore my quad 12 weeks ago. Physio no longer working. Frequency music while sleeping over a week and a half. It made it a lot better. There you go.
There you go. As long as it works, we've got a result. But thanks,
Absolutely.
I like it.
Sam's put here, I've been doing energy healing guided by Charlie. It's totally helped me reset. Follow him if you want to give it a go. Yeah, he's amazing. Charlie Goldsmith, the healer. Incredible. He's doing some incredible work with his healing gift, which has been great. Which,
Nice.
a lot of people have given great feedback. Jen was, so yeah, interesting. Do you get is that off YouTube, Jen? Because I know there's a lot of frequency stuff you can listen to on YouTube. That'd be interesting, Tony. You could play that at the clinic and see what people think. Some frequencies.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, that works.
Added bonus.
Yeah. I'll put anything on. It doesn't worry me. If it works, if it's more healing, absolutely, I'll do that.
So do you find like with the physio and obviously Pilates, it would be all relaxing music? Do you ever, like if they're doing exercises that are a bit more vamped, do you up the energy level of the music? Like how does it work?
Yeah, 100%. Look, it depends on the crew. So the crew that we've just got in now, we've got some elite runners, and then we've got a lady who's coming back from a long-term sort of a chronic illness, but doing really well. So her energy levels are getting better and better each time she comes along. So now you got to go from high intensity to somebody who's trying to lift their intensity as well. So it's creating that music in between. So you go to a chill out. So it has some really cool beats, but not too over the top. And then I really respect people like DJs who actually get that stuff where they create a vibe for the room. I really respect it. And it's picking out the right playlists for them and trying to be in tune with what works. So there's a lot to be said about creating an energy and a vibe through the music that you play. And you'll notice it when you go to a cafe. Have you guys ever done this, where you go to a cafe and for some reason it just feels like you can sit in that cafe for days, and there's just some really cool beats on in the background, and it's just resonating with you at the right frequency, and you just feel so relaxed. And have you had that time? Have you?
Yeah, absolutely. It create music sound, and even Treen's put there, sound is so powerful. Like it is such a powerful motivator for either chilling you out or getting you getting you on ready to fire up your energy, or if you're exercising and you want to getting flat out. That vamping the music up makes a big difference. I find that before I do a show, I'll vamp up. To vamp up your energy. Sound is really good. Yeah.
Yep. Nice bit of Back in Black or Thunderstruck.
Yeah. Thunderstruck. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Shelb's got to go. I'm going to visit my dad and keep on going. Okay, Shelbs. Hey, thanks for jumping on board, Shelbs, and let us know how you go with everything. I love the work that you're doing. You're a really positive inspiration to a lot of us here. So I'd love to know how you go, and you make me laugh too, Shelbs. I mean, like seriously, I like to be the funny one, but you just crack me up. You wear that crown every time. Yes, absolutely, Shelbs. Have a great week. Peter's got a good one here with the work he's going to go into.
Yeah, absolutely. Kylie and I will team up, work with sexual assault victims to offer counselling through support, court processes, and statement preparation. That's so good, Pete, because you've got that with those that are needing to navigate that court process. And that's so amazing. It's going to be instrumental in helping so many.
Absolutely, Tonia. That's just blown my mind. Peter and Kylie, wow. This is the biggest problem. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Peter, I'm mainly asking you, but I don't want to say as any else, but the biggest problem is the fear of speaking up of what actually happened in a sexual assault case, because they'd be embarrassed that they're talking about it, or they feel ashamed that they can't say that, or they're worried that their words will get twisted, which, Peter, you would have seen a lot in the court processes, in the courts themselves, sorry. So what you're trying to bring around, Peter, is what, correct me if I'm wrong, is trying to coach or counsel that person on how to navigate to the truth of what the matter is, and then how for that person to articulate it and then present that as well. And the pre stuff as well is really important as well. Agree, Kylie. That to me is just absolutely mind-blowing. I think the work that you guys will do will be a game changer, a real game changer. I'm really excited for your future clients or people that you'll come in contact with, because they're going to be with people that really know this game well. It's going to be brilliant. I think it's great. Can you get funding for that, Peter? Can you get, like, is there a government grant of some sort, or would you have to go into private practice? How does that happen? Because it's a very, the hardest thing for Peter is you ain't doing Facebook ads or LinkedIn ads or Instagram ads to attract new clients. It's a very, very private sort of sector that you're going into. It's a very sacred place to be in as well. So I wonder how you go about getting clients and what. But once you get going, it'll be word of mouth. You'll be fine.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can see that being a massive success. Hey, Rachel. Rachel's on board. What's Rachel been up to? How are the kids? How are you dealing with school holiday? Oh, no, there'd be different school holidays up there. We've got school holidays here in Victoria, but...
yeah, we're not for another week. I think Rach would be the same.
No, it's pretty cool. We've got a great sunny day here. It's like, yay. So, so good.
That would change. We've got rain. Same as Queensland.
Had a lot of rain, haven't we, everywhere?
Yeah, I know. But that's okay. That's just what happens. I like what Jen, we've spoken about this a fair few times, where she goes, all the different modalities work amazingly, either on their own or combined. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a really important one to remind. I try to remind clients, and Jen, you sound like that, and Tonia, the same. I think the more experiences you get as a practitioner, you'll realize that you don't have the magic wand, and your therapy is not the only one that's going to fix somebody. That there's a whole lot of different modalities that have got to work together. And that's the beautiful balance of life, isn't it? There's so many different aspects.
Absolutely. And Pete's put here, we'd probably act as consultants. We currently have a psychologist who wants us to join her team. So that's pretty cool.
Fantastic. Way to go, Peter. Way to go. If you can get, I'd be talking to that psychologist. That would be fantastic. Psychologists and most probably lawyers or solicitors as well would be your network group, but great place to start. Really, really good place to start. And as you know, Peter, you'd have your own framework that you work from, and then you'd lead in with that and see how you can complement the psychologist as well. It sounds like you've got a great partnership there, Pete. Congratulations. It's a really good start. Really happy for you guys.
Hey, Auntie Anne's on, missing Shelby. She's doing fantastic. That's great to hear, Annie. I'm so pleased to hear that. And Rachel's put, it's raining in Queensland. Oh, no, you're housebound with the kids, Rach. Not good.
No. Seriously, Rach, you know what I reckon you should do is get a PlayStation for yourself and get one for the kids and just live in 2 separate rooms. And I mean, like, why fight the beast? Invite the beast in.
But they always want to be where you are, Tony. That's a problem there.
Not if you keep on beating them in the games. If you like really hand it to them, like serve it up to them, and they go away in tears, you go, just go away in the other room and practice more. You know, they only want to hang out when they're winning. This is why I'm not a parent, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it. Carly's putting here, having been through that process alone and then later down the track with the professional support of Pete, have made the world of difference. He's the most valuable asset to support someone's journey, especially having someone of his sheer size sitting with you on your side during court. Absolutely. That would be incredible. That would be incredible. Absolutely. Like, you know, to have somebody there with Pete's knowledge, like just having someone that has a good understanding of the whole system would be such an insightful way to you know, approach having been through that trauma.
It's a really good team that Kylie and Pete have got, because Kylie, you're going to come from a place of empathy, which means you're going to get that client really, really well. Pete's going to come from a place of logic and structure, which is a beautiful place. So now you've got what you're doing with a client, you're addressing their emotional needs and wants, but then you've got the cognitive aspect of it where you've got structure, process, and everything like that. So how do we turn that emotion into something that translates where you actually represent it really well, let's say in a place of court, or even if it's just dealing with it and making sense of it. I think that is going to be absolutely mind-blowing to have that combo. And give it time, guys. It will take a little while for you guys to get going. You're not going to have 1 million people come to Australia, but I think it'll be a nice slow burn. And once you get into that groove, you guys will do very, very well. Really, really, really well.
Rachel's been here. She bought a PlayStation last year. They fought over it. I said, I'll sell it. They continue to fight. Let's just say someone scored a bargain on Marketplace.
No. Oh, you followed through on that. You know, you've got to. Like, Rachel, congratulations, but geez, what a shit decision to make. Selling your PlayStation. No wonder you're bored today. There's nothing. Trav's gone down to Mitre 10. I don't, because Trav's gone to Mitre 10 because there's no bloody PlayStation.
You might not see Rachel. Trav till 5 o'clock today, Rach.
Wow. Boundaries, mate. They learned today. I bet you they did. They're like, no, mum's selling stuff again. She's, and you've got to do that too. You know what, Rach? You bring up a good point. You know, a lot of parents, and sometimes they dig a hole where they bring in these so-called, I just call them threats for what they're worth. And they'll come up and they'll bring these boundaries up, and they'll backtrack and they'll go, oh, if you do this, you can't go to your friend's place. The next thing you know, the kid hasn't done anything different, but the parent buckles and they let them go to their friend's place, or they let them do whatever the thing that they took away from. And then I think, well, what's the kid just learned? It means it can do whatever it wants, but there's no ramifications for its actions. So who cares? So I think I like what you've done there, Rach. Very good parenting. It's very. I just want to know, did you get a good price for the PlayStation?
That's crazy, isn't it? Rachel put, as long as he doesn't swing past BCF, I don't backtrack because they don't learn. I learnt the hard way. Yeah, I think it is great to implement. And
what has BCF got any? Has BCF got any sales on today? Because if he does, Rachel, it's silly not to pass up a good bargain. Like there could be a fishing rod that's just come out, or maybe a tent, that he needs. And just if it's half price, why wouldn't you buy it? That's what I'm saying. Maybe BCF is a good place to go. It was a really old PlayStation 2. Did you sell that for 100? You ripped somebody off, Rachel. You got good money for a PS2. Well done. I like that.
Yeah, you need a fishing rod. That sounds like a fun thing for the school holidays, Rach, to go fishing. At least in Queensland, when it rains, it's not cold.
That's true. Yeah. It's yes, that's true. I like what Kylie's put up there. She goes, lived experience of a personal support. Yep.
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty special what you guys move into. Yep. How's Tattoo World going for you, Kylie? Is that still cranking? Is that still doing well?
Yeah, Kylie's put here. No, they're retro now, Tony. They're going up in price, the PlayStation 2s.
I hope so. So I've got a shitload of games.
Yeah, he wants to, wait for it to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, look, I can see that too, Kylie. I reckon they will go up in price. I reckon they are. Anything retro is cool for now. It's quirky. Came with all the games, 4 microphones. SingStar as well. Geez, that was a bit of a bargain, Rach.
Absolutely.
With SingStar as well, and the microphones. That's karaoke bliss. That's like, Troy Casadale's in your home, and there's 4 of you singing along to him. Exciting.
I love Sean's put here too. Idiot. It's so true. Idiot threats, AK bark more than bite.
Yep.
But sometimes I have to say, like, I know that was my fault being a mum. Sometimes you do anything for peace. So, a bit like Jen's put that she threatened them not take him to the show and then actually followed through on that. Then the whining and that just used to do my head in. I think I was a bit weaker.
Oh no. Well, you weren't weak at the time. It's just how it was. Hey, I love Tash. Tash is on board. Tash, you have avoided a question. We asked her how love life was going. Now, you don't have to share, but Tonia was like, oh, tell us, how's it going? No, but SingStar is great. I've got to ask you, Tash, and everybody, if you had a karaoke song, what's your favorite karaoke song to sing? Tonia Reeves, what's yours?
Oh, God, favorite. It'd be hard just picking one, to be honest. I don't know. I can't just pick one. That's too hard, Tommy. Give me yours first, and that'll give me time to think.
Oh, I go without doubt, Neil Diamond. Is it Neil Diamond? It better be. It'll be Sweet Caroline. Ba, 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 ba.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Because you can always sing with a few others. You can get backup singers for the ba, ba, ba. And
you need one that everyone wants to join in and sing with.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
When singing's not your forte.
Oh, not at all, is it? It's bad. Like every time I die, a squirrel dies.
A few people get broken windows. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's bad. It is. Kylie goes, they're super, with Tattoo World, super busy, thanks, Tone, which is great. I'm so happy to hear that. Need Pete to retire. Need a studio manager.
Absolutely, Pete. Come on, time to retire, Pete. It's just all pointing to that.
It's not an easy thing to do. It's Pete goes, I can't wait. There's a transition as well, and it takes a little while. stepping out of one thing and moving into another. It's like going from one relationship to another. You've got to slowly get out of one and then move into another one. I don't know. That's the worst analogy I could use, Pete. It's like getting out of a cold bath into a hot bath. I don't know, Pete. Just take your time, mate. Is what I'm saying. Words are escaping me today. They're not my friend.
And I like Jen. Look at the Queen. She didn't retire.
I know, but Jen, Pete wants to retire from his job. He wants to transition over. That's the problem.
Queen might have wanted to and had to die to get out of that gig. You don't know, do you?
Here you go. Rachel's got two favorite songs for her characters. Red, red wine. Great. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love The Horses by Daryl Braithwaite? That is absolutely, that is everybody in the pub is singing that song with you, Rachel. Yeah. One of the best ones I've ever heard was we were away on tour once, and the one and only super nice guy, one of my favorite athletes of all times, and a super nice guy is Adam Goods, who's the AFL football player. Lovely guy. We were at a pub and he sang Daryl Braithwaite's The Horses, and he's got a cracking voice on him. Adam Goods, he should have been a singer. His voice is absolutely...
Really?
Yeah, unbelievably good. That's why they call him Goods.
He's got the goods.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh, there's some great ones here. We've got my Auntie Anne goes that Andrew and my song should be on the road again. Yeah, that's a good song. I do like that.
Yep, absolutely. I'm just going to go up to Pete's one here where he goes, because he says I was right, so that's cool. Thanks, Peter.
Yeah, we've got to get that one in.
Get my attention straight away. I'm so weak as a human being, ladies and gentlemen. It's like I'm like this. I'm below the screen shallow with my neediness, but 41 years of policing becomes a part of your identity. It does. The other thing too, Pete, and it'll be quite interesting, there's a thing that's called being institutionalized. And I think when you're a part of the police force or the courts or that, or a lot of governments say, and it's not a negative thing, but you do get to a part where you feel like you're institutionalized, where you're not really encouraged to have your own thoughts or to go and leave work. Like, they make you feel very comfortable and very secure within your workplace, and that's how it's designed to do. So to move away from that, Peter, is a difficult thing. It's a transition process that you have to go through. So I totally get it. It is a part of your identity. And the way I look at that, Peter, is there's a lot of people making transitions into new careers. And the way I would look at it is, if you have a look at, let's pretend you had your eulogy, and your eulogy, when it's written out, as you guys know, is different chapters of your life. Like, you start off young, then you have, your middle age, your career, and then you go into a new career, and then you might go into another career, and then you pass away. And it's basically the impact that you've had on this planet. And it's a chronological order of your lifetime. But it's very hard to see where your life is going to be in the future to get to your eulogy. So you could go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do at this age here. So what you do, Peter, is you go, okay, I'm going to close the chapter of 41 years of policing. Now, I'm going to close. I've had a really good one. I've loved it. But now I'm going to go into a new chapter. And this is what I'll talk about when I pass away. So you don't disregard that and you just move in. But it does take time, mate. I totally, it's not an uncommon one. But I'm glad that it takes a lot of conscious energy to actually transition into these things. So I totally get that. Unchain My Heart. Some good
songs coming up. Unchained Melody can be great or really bad when the high note hits. Yes.
That's ballsy, Tracy. Could you do it, Ton?
Unchained Melody, that'd be hard. I think that'd be out of my league.
Katrina.
Katrina, I would survive. Hey. Love it.
I like that she's got the champagne glasses, because Katrina, that is 7 glasses of champagne. Then you go, give me the mic. I'm ready to go. Boom.
And that's Pete's put here. Yeah, that's it too. But it goes deeper, being part of a brotherhood. I would imagine that, like, that's a, with being the police force for that long, that's massive. Like, that's part of the, isn't it?
And that brotherhood never gets broken up. I mean, like, Pete, like, look, I used to work for TAFE New South Wales, which, my boss used to always say, he goes, I go, are you ever going to leave TAFE? And he's been there for 20, 25 years. He goes, no, I'm part of the cloth now. I'm part of I've been institutionalized and this, that, the other. Now, I haven't worked with TAFE New South Wales since 2013 or 14. What are we in? 2023. I still hang out with those guys, Pete. We still catch up. We still have the brotherhood. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't, because you leave, doesn't mean that brotherhood goes away. It's still there. It really is. And you guys will just work out. And then you've got to think about it now. Where is your energy going to serve society best? Is it in there, or is it transitioning into the new one? And then don't forget, the guys that are part of the brotherhood, they've got daughters as well. They've got sons as well that might be going through some of this stuff where you're going to be, a great asset to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Katrina,
she's a microphone hog, but she's a great singer, so that helps.
You're one of those. You're the ones that have the white knuckles around the microphone. So you've got such a tight grip on it, like nobody's getting this microphone. I'm going, yes, I like you, Katrina. You'll go far in life. You already have. Let me tell you that much.
If you had your hands, put a funny one here. The song "Runaway." Uncle Roger reached that high note when I grabbed his aunties and put it down.
I like
Love
that.
it, Annie.
Were you there for that one?
Yeah. And Jen's put in here, Pete, if you leave, how much will you miss it? Yeah. Oh, yes, a lot. Never wanted to do anything else. Isn't that interesting? She never.
Good question, Jen.
And it is interesting. I know when I transitioned from a hairdresser after 36 years, it's it's for me, I feel a little bit like probably similar to Pete. You kind of done with it. Like it was almost like that, that door's ready to be shut. And I think that kind of helps leading up to you doing it. It's like having that exit strategy of knowing that, you've enjoyed it. It's served you well, but it's time to shut that door and open another one. I think you can prepare yourself a bit in that way. And that certainly helped. I know from my perspective, it helped me.
Yeah, did it? Yeah, because that would have been hard. That would have been because they would have known Tonia Reeves as the hairdresser. Like you would have got some amazing results with people. You would have really inspired people to look their best and have some really good chats. The relationships that you would have had with your clients, Tonia, I could just imagine would have been amazing. They'd look forward to getting their hair done.
Absolutely. And I think, look, it was a great step for me to do that prior to what I'm doing now, because, as a hairdresser, you're connecting with people, and it's all about that connection, even more so than how great their hair would ever be, to be honest. So that certainly helped me with now what I'm doing. So, I think I look back and go, there was that, but it was also, I was serving people, and that's that, ultimately for me is being able to be of service to others is part of my life path. So I feel blessed that I did it in that way, and I do it now in a different way. So that worked in well for me.
Yeah, nice. I think that's a nice way of looking at it. Pete, if you can take anything away from that, I think that's pretty cool. Peter's come up with a 2-minute warning, which is fantastic. Peter, we have missed your 2-minute warnings. And Rachel's Rachel puts in a great one here. Anyone want to move to Queensland? I think we all want to move to Queensland, Rachel. Who doesn't? Queensland's
every Victorian's moving to Queensland.
We're selling our house soon. My sister-in-law Nellie is Glasshouse Mountains. Oh geez, I'd buy that one. That's beautiful up at there. That's gorgeous area. I absolutely love it. My nephew has asked to move back to Victoria. Why?
Yeah,
why would you?
Basically said moving to Queensland was the longest not great holiday ever. He was referring to her brother passing away, so they're going back home to Victoria.
Got it now. I didn't read the second part. Now that makes sense. My apologies, Rach. Yeah.
That's a
Glasshouse Mountain. Right? Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's. So who's moving to Queensland? Rachel's going to sell her house on TNT Thursdays. We don't take any commission, Rach. It's a beautiful community. We love each other, and cool. So who's up? Right, 1, 2. Is that all? How big is it? Do I get a view?
1.2 million is not much when you compare it to Sydney prices, is it? Like that's
a 1-bedroom unit. You know what? It's about $1 million for a one-bedroom unit. around where I am, for sure. It's not
Hey,
good.
Jodie's on board. Hey, Jodie, our sister, kindred spirit that we connected with at Speakers Institute, wasn't it?
How are you, Jodie? So good you do amazing, Jodie. She's got a charity. Are you still doing it? It was great. It's basically where for people that are a bit less advantaged in life and they need to get some clothes to go get a job interview and get some training around how to get a job interview. They're coming back into the workforce and all that. And
yes.
Jodie does this amazing. I absolutely love what she does. It's beautiful. I hope you're still doing it, Jodie. Yeah, but it's good to hear from you. She comes on right at the end. Jodie, you can't come at the end. You've got to come into the beginning. Then we get to talk about everything that you've done and how you've inspired others and how you've touched people's hearts and everything like that. And Jodie, 9:30 Sydney time next week. Get on. Let's go.
Love it. Ready, set, did the tree change in December 2020. Good on you, Jodie. How awesome.
Oh, great.
How awesome. Yeah, Beatrix. Hi, Beatrix. Never regretted the move from Sydney. So Beatrix is up north. She's in Queensland.
Yep.
Yeah. Now
Beatrix, it's not really hard to beat. Is it? Anywhere out of Sydney's good. It's like we live in Sydney, just dream of living elsewhere. Beatrix, good on you that you made the move. Just like Pete, we think it's like a brotherhood or a sisterhood down here. We get institutionalized in Sydney and we're scared to move out. But when we make the move, it is. East Gippsland is where she is.
Beautiful part of the world. Yeah, you got the beach and the bush, Jodie. Well done.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter says it's overtime, time to play with the theme, which I like, by the way. Peter likes the theme music. Thank you for that. That's great. Thank you for that.
Thanks,
we will. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for jumping on board today. Peter's told us to wrap it up. Love you all. I loved our insights this morning. We spoke about the Queen. We spoke about karaoke. We talked about people transitioning into different jobs and creating new careers. What else was there, Tonia?
Oh, we've spoken about everything. Going through trauma, how to deal with it.
Yep.
Picking favorite, karaoke songs was pretty cool. Being in it, like Pete, working, in an industry for so long and transitioning and making that exit, which is pretty exciting. I think that's, like, to me, let's reinvent what we do, change it up.
Yep.
For those that are feeling the pull, I think that's a great message from today. Just do it.
Like, Tonia, we should have wrapped this up 2 minutes ago. Like, we're just going on with crap now. Like, seriously, people listen to this.
I know. That's what we're renowned for, unfortunately.
I know. We should really go, though.
All right, everyone, have a great public holiday wherever you are in Australia, and we will be back same time, same place next week. Bye for now.